I want to show you something that's pretty neat, and if you have even a scintilla of an opportunist in you, you're going to find this pretty exciting too. This is a spin-off of that other video that I did about leveraging and how to motivate large groups of people. If you don't have it, you should watch it first or you won't know what I'm talking about. If you need me to send it to you, just contact me. My website is passionforfitness.info and I'll send you that video. This is to just illustrate, just one example of what could happen, and the examples are limitless, but here's one that I think is pretty cool and definitely attainable, which is why I'm using this example. Now in the last video I showed you, I drew out a chart something like this, and if you got 5 and they got 5 and they got 5, you would eventually end up with 780 because it's multi-level. Now let's say you had 2 of your 5, or you only got 2, and those 2 managed to get their own 5, who got their 5, who got their 5, and so on and so forth. So those 2 also had 780 apiece. So it would look like this. Now with those 2 people that got 780 apiece, they would have a total of 1,560, and because you shared that incredible fitness program or that company or whatever your opportunity is with those 2 people, this is your team. For sharing with 2 people and teaching them how to get 2 or 5 or whatever, and those 2 people really took off and really went after it, they got their 780, and now you have 1,560. And any one of these 1,560 can also get their 2 or their 5 and teach them how to get their 5 or their 10 or whatever. This could very, very easily reach 100,000. It could reach 1 million. That's 1 million people that you're leveraging. Now I want to emphasize again that with a typical 9-to-5 job, the only leverage you have is 1. It's you. It's not going to be 5. It's not going to be 2. It's not going to be 780. It's certainly not going to be 1,560. It's just you. This is why multi-level marketing is so unreal, especially if you have even, like I said, just a scintilla of an opportunist in you. Now, this is just one example, and I want to go over an objection of time real quick. I know that time can be a sensitive topic matter for some people, but honestly, if you don't have the time to do this, you don't have the time not to do this. Just imagine how much more time you would have if you're able to leverage people like this in multi-level marketing. Just imagine what you'd be able to do. Now, for example, I could take the entire week off, and my paycheck for that week will be approximately whatever my average was the week before and the week after. And that can be said for just about anybody in multi-level marketing. Once you build up a team, that's really the trick. You got to build it. It's not going to build itself. But once you get there, and it doesn't have to be anything huge like this, but depending on what your team does, even if it's just this lower number here of 16 people that you're leveraging, that's you times 16. And that's just from sharing 2, who share with 2, who share with 2. Even if you only have this, you're going to have potentially a lot more time for yourself to do the things that are really meaningful for you. So like I said, if you don't have time for multi-level marketing, you honestly don't have time not to do it. So it's worth looking into and definitely succeeding in. If you've already got an opportunity in mind, run with it. If you want to know what I'm doing, send me an email. I'll tell you about mine. You can make your own informed decision if this is the right one to get into or not. And again, my website is passionforfitness.info. All my contact information is there. But whether it's with me or not with me, find something that you are really passionate about and run with it. And make sure that it's a multi-level structure. Everybody wins in a multi-level structure. Everyone is at the top of their own team.